Hi, and welcome to the first edition of Aaron's Beer Lounge, actually now known as the Phantom's Lounge. The lounge is named after my favorite aircraft here, the F-4 Phantom. But enough about that, and we're going to start in on our beers. Today I received a very special beer. It's called Old Red Cease and Desist. It is a wee heavy ale. It's a little bit high in alcohol. It's going to be a little bitter. It's going to be really good. A little bit about this beer is, it used to be called Red Ryder. As a lot of you may know, Red Ryder is a BB gun company. This brewery, now known as Erie Brewing Company, received a bunch of cease and desist letters saying you cannot call yourself this. So in the end, they changed their name to Old Red and called it cease and desist to make fun of the letters that they got. So I'm going to open this beer up and pour it, and we're going to see how it tastes. I like pouring a hard pour. It helps release foam, release aroma. It just brings out a lot more in beer if you pour it harder. A lot of people like pouring it soft, and that's alright, but the harder you pour it, the more foam you're going to get, and the better the aroma is going to be. So I base my beer reviews on 4 things: look, smell, taste, and finish. So we're going to look at this beer here. You see it's a very dark brown, almost looking like a tea. And it's got not a lot of head, a little bit of foam here hanging on there, a little bit of retention, not very much. Looking at it, it's got nice carbonation floating around down here. It's got bubbles all over the side of the glass. I'd probably rate it about a 3.8 or so. It looks okay, but there's not a lot of foam there, which means in the end it might have a little bit more alcohol than what you might think. So I smell immediately, I smell a lot of caramel, a little bit of toffee. It smells good. It's pretty bland in the end. It's got, like I said, caramel and toffee smell, a little bit of malty goodness, and I'd probably rate it about 3.8 as well. Then we're going to taste it. It's got a nice flavor. The caramel is very strong. There's a little bit of hidden fruit there on the end. I'm not really sure what that is yet. I'm looking into it. This is a 10% alcohol beer, and you really don't taste that. It's very good, it's smooth, and that will make the finish a lot better. It's a little bit carbonated, nice balance on the tongue, and it strikes me as a very good beer. Kind of there on the finish, I'm getting a little metallic finish, and you don't want that. You don't want the metal finish tasting. It's something you don't really need in a beer. A little more of the toffee, a little bit of bread, maltiness. Well, this is actually a pretty good beer. I'd rate it about an 81. I'm very thankful I got this today, because otherwise I'd probably never have gotten this beer. So it's called Old Red Cease and Desist. It's a wee heavy ale, which means it's higher in alcohol. It's a very built beer, and I'd rate it an 83. So if you ever have a chance to pick this beer up, I'd recommend trying it, especially if you're looking for a high alcohol, smooth tasting beer. So welcome to the Phantom's Lounge, and I hope you enjoyed the first episode. We will have several more coming up in the near future. Thanks.